This is a tutorial for the NCTest app, and in this tutorial I'm going to focus on the North Carolina final exam in social studies, high school social studies, civics, economics, world history, American History 1, American History 2. On the day of the test, you will see your name, your student ID number, and your school. You'll also see the name of the test that you are taking. If any of this information is incorrect, please let your test administrator know so they can correct this information and make sure that you get credit for the correct test. When the test administrator tells you to hit start, hit start. You can see this is a multiple choice question, so you answer a multiple choice by selecting with my select tool whatever option you think is correct. If you want to flag a question to come back to it later, you can hit the checkbox here, checkbox once, click it once, and then you will flag it. If you select it twice, it will be unflagged. You can also hit the flag button and it does the same thing. If you want to mark out an answer choice, you can select the tool that has the X through it, and then that marks through answers. This does not select the answer, this only marks through. So even if you select all or select 3 out of the 4, that does not mean that I've necessarily answered A. I know that I've answered A in this scenario because I have actually clicked it and it is grayed or blackened. To highlight, you would press the highlight button and hit click and drag. You can highlight in both the question and in the answers. If you want to clear some highlighting, you would hit the highlighter button with the strike through. And then again, I'm just clicking and dragging to act as an eraser. If you want to clear all highlighting in a question, you hit the highlighter with the X and it clears all your highlighting. If you have any questions about any of the icons, you can select the question mark button and you can see what each tool does, what each navigation button does, and then how to answer each question type. At the top of the screen, you see what number you're on out of how many. So this will be good for you to pay attention to as you're timing yourself. To move to the next question, you would hit next. And again, I'm just going to answer just to show what you can do. You can hit the pause button to pause your test. So if you are on a bathroom break or there's a pause in the testing session, you can hit the pause button. Notice it is counting down for you. You cannot be in this pause state for more than 60 minutes. When you're ready to go back to the test, you'll hit the continue button. You can go back to the previous question by hitting the back button. You can also go to the first question by clicking on first. So this is a short answer response type question. It gives you a prompt and then you can type in the box. You can move the gray lines or the gray bar. So if this was like a graph or a chart, you could move it to see the entire chart or move it to see all the answer choices. But in this case, it's a short answer or constructed response. To type in your answer, you would click in the text box and then type in your answer. Notice that it tracks how many characters I have and how many total I have. So you are limited in your response to 1,000 characters in this scenario. Here's a question where you have a passage that you need to read and then answer from the passage. Again, you can move the gray bar before you answer. At the end of the test, you can see the review screen where it will tell you how many you have answered, 4 out of 5 items. I have flagged 2 items. So that tells me that I need to go back through my test And I can see which ones I've answered and which ones I flagged by looking at this table. So I flagged number 1, so I'm going to go back to number 1 by clicking on the number 1 at the top of the screen. I can unflag it and then go back to my review after I feel confident in my answer, and then the question mark is no longer there. Number 3, I did not answer, so I'm going to click on the number 3 that is hyperlinked to go back to number 3 and then go back and answer. Notice now that I have an asterisk there that tells me that I have answered my question. I also left this question mark, I left it flagged. That's not going to hurt you to leave an item flagged whenever you finish your test. Once you're ready to submit your test, you will click the End Test button, and you'll get a caution message that says, are you sure that you want to end your test? If you want to go back and review your answers another time, you can hit cancel and go back and review your questions. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and end the test. And you'll get the stop screen that tells you that you've completed the test. If you have any questions about the test, question types for this type of test, please talk to your teacher, and good luck.